Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wacky world of ours. This is a continuation of a previous scene. It's taking place in the main Savant Chantry in the Kilmainham prison. So we will begin our scene, or continue our scene rather, as the Primogen of the ICRA, or not Primogen, as the Ductus of the ICRA bursts into the central goal of the prison proper in order to throw and flurry accusations as only a Bruja can.
Door flies open. Mila comes in like a hurricane. What the fucking? Who the fuck? You know what I mean? Literally, she's walking over towards you guys.
I can answer that. Nice meeting you again. Last time I embarrassed myself in front of you. Anyways, that's not the point. There was an acquaintance who is a mage, also the leader of the Yakuza, who I've been cuddling up to. He has someone who went missing, and I've been trying to help him find said missing person to rebuild some of the lost trust that we had apparently before I even got involved. It's been working out pretty well.
This is Jim Moran, right, who went missing?
I believe so. Yes.
Nods. I see. And he thinks we did it?
Well, more of it is if he doesn't show up within 5 days and we can't find him, and he even gets an inkling of that he suspects we did it, he's threatened to burn us all. Rose says as she looks at Sin.
Yeah.
I see.
From the side of her eye.
But once again, like it would make sense for me to go up and cuddle up with the Yakuza if we had them. Like if this was the case, then it would have been a lot easier just to go ahead. Like, oh, we have them, here you go. My mistake.
Could we do some inquiries? Could we do some inquiries on whomever this person is and find them? Like, do you need more people looking for him as well?
Have my men looking already for him. I have already questioned my pack. None of mine have taken him.
All right.
By the way, guys, at this point you'll notice something that's slightly unusual. You will notice a shovelhead or someone very raggedly dressed who was previously sitting with the shovelheads has walked over. He's taken one of the herds that is traditionally used to feed the collective gathering of the congregation. He has cut their throat very, very quietly. You didn't actually hear any of this. And he is currently on the ground. He has dipped a paintbrush into the blood, and he is writing very odd Singilian symbols on the ground.
That's not something you see every day.
Walks over
with her. You just did it before I did.
Okay, so this is normal.
So what's going on?
The figure doesn't answer. He just continues to write.
Can anybody read what he's writing?
It's not actually.
I was going to ask if I could see use my aspect to see if there's anything meddling with his aura.
Yes, you can.
Well, I'll do that. What do I have to roll again? I'm sorry.
That is your, I believe, aura side is perception, empathy?
Yep. Difficulty 8.
Perception.
That answers that question?
Yes.
Perception, empathy, difficulty 8, yeah.
Perception, empathy?
Actually, I only have one level up.
Oh, man. I'm glad
as I said, relax, guys. Technically speaking, it's downtime. Soon you can buy more delicious disciplines.
1, 2, 3. I got 3 successes.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
Nothing appears to be affecting his aura, though it is flecked with a lot of black.
Is it like that black remember from that stupid sword?
No, different type of black. Anyone else will tell you when you've got black streaks in your aura, that means you've committed diablerie.
Take a look at Amelia. You'll see the same thing on her.
Mm.
So
black. You said it's like black flecks or black streaks.
Like black streaks in the aura.
I haven't seen that before. That's different, Rose says. And she looks around. What does black streaks mean?
Amelia just chuckles.
Laughing nervously because Sin has no idea what that means.
No. Without looking up, you will say, and you can kind of guess he's talking to Amelia, "You're standing in my light, neonate."
Ooh.
Oh.
Someone's bold.
Oh, bold.
What did you just call me?
You're standing in my light, neonate.
Stares at him. Identify yourself.
For the record, that is a picture of him. Just forget the little anarchy symbol in the background there.
I was about to say,
He will look up. He will look back down at his work. He will sigh, like there is an audible sigh. I am so tempted to say it like this. Holy shit, you have no idea how tempted I am to say it like that. Is he that much of a... No, he's far too serious. He will stand up and he will say, "My name is Alaric St. John, Inquisitor of the Black Hand. Now show me respect as is due my station, neonate."
She will, of course, bow to one knee.
Bows to one knee.
Right
Looks at Rose.
So does Mariam.
Rose is a little confused, but she follows along. She follows suit. Gets to one knee.
He doesn't appear to give a fuck. He proceeds to kneel back down and continues his scribing in blood. Excellent. No. He will point out as Amelia kneels down. Excellent. You're out of my light.
Lola will kind of look over to Amelia and kind of just like shrug. Technically, it's our status. Just give her that look of like.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, actually no, I will let the players explain to the new players what the Inquisition is because it's funny.
Amelia doesn't say shit. She just kind of backs off because I know what faction I'm part of, and I don't want any part of that. She just gets up and walks off.
They'll walk over to a corner.
To help define the person thingy.
Lola will go over to like a close corner, but not too close. Kind of gesture for people to be like, "Get the fuck over here."
He seems to be done after a couple of minutes. At which point you will see the writing that he has scribed on the floor in blood. The red will turn to a red smoky mist. And he will that will proceed to swirl around him until he motions his hands out to either side. And you'll see the mist fly to the edge of the room, hit into the walls before dissipating. You guys can all make me a perception awareness roll if you would like.
Doing so.
At what diff, by the way?
You said
difficulty 6.
Awareness?
Perception awareness.
Okay.
Botch.
Whoa.
You know what? That wasn't even fucking magic. The fuck kind of shite was that, Amelia?
3. 4 successes.
Weird ass Inquisition with the weird Inquisition magic.
Oh man.
1 success.
Let's see, and I have not even.
What was the number we had to get?
I beg your pardon?
What was the number that we had to hit?
You have to hit 6.
You good, babe. You got 7 successes.
Oh shit balls.
I was about to say, did my whatchamacallit count my thing perception that I can't remember what it's called when you look at my own flipping picture? It changed back this. No, it didn't. Attentive account.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
For those of you who get one success, you feel power like run up and down your spine, almost like it's electricity, like the whole kind of.
I got 9 successes.
Wow.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
Holy shit! From the perspective of Rose, it's almost like a drug. It's almost like oh my yes.
Rose just kind of like slumps to the floor with it, just like.
Can you bottle this?
What was that?
Oh man, sensational.
I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth. Everybody else here is way more experienced than me, and I will say absolutely nothing.
Rose, like after experiencing the rush, she just blatantly asked, "What just happened? What was that?"
Magic.
Well, okay.
BRB.
Magic is cool and everything, and I just want to know what exactly that feeling was. I get that it was magic. The dude broke in blood against the wall, and then smoke started billowing out. I'm guessing it was magic. But
Congratulations.
What did it do to us?
I did nothing to you, Neonate. He'll say as he stands up. I merely protected this place mostly because I do not like it when we are unwarrantedly observed by outside powers.
How?
Rose nods.
How in the world did he find us?
That's simple. You've met him.
Well, he met others before.
Yes.
So that means he. So you're telling me he knew the entire time?
In a manner of speaking.
When they meet, they basically tag us in a way.
No, think about it more like your breath has a scent, your soul has a scent, your being has a scent. For those of us who are able to bloodhound your scent, well, it's an easy matter to find where you go. I've merely put up walls that means that it is much more difficult for them to simply enter. Rather simple once you know what you're doing.
Okay. I didn't know that anybody could do that. All right, another cool thing. If I may be so bold, is this simply to protect us from him?
I think it was clear when he said he didn't like people just barging in.
Yeah, barging in, yes. But if it's to protect us from him, that means that we may have been involved.
No, it means that he doesn't want someone to keep coming in here who's not invited into our haven, Dearson.
Okay. I'm just...
Would you want someone walking into your house?
Oh, no.
I like her, he'll say, gesturing to Rose. She, unlike the rest of you, possesses a modicum of common sense.
It's kind of hard to go ahead and readjust to these new rules, I guess.
Well. On a side note, he will point to Amelia. Amelia Collins. I must admit that I have been most interested by your escapades.
Nods respectfully, like, oh, really? Face, just nodding.
Yes, indeed. I had a request for you.
Well, I will be happy to oblige.
I'm led to understand that you are in possession, or rather the leader of, one of the finest combat and battle packs currently operating within Dublin City. Am I mistaken?
No, as her megalomania kicks in, that is my pack, yes.
Excellent. I would like for you to retrieve something for me.
What do you need retrieving?
It is a small piece of objet d'art, roughly about the size of your thumb. It's a jewel of sorts that's currently being kept in Clontarf Castle. I very much like it.
Snod?
I am willing to be a rather generous patron.
We can do that.
On a side note, I don't know your name, Neonate, he'll say, looking at Rose.
Rose just points to herself and just like, my name's Rose.
Back, what I miss?
She kind of
walks up. I'm back. What did I miss?
A job for Amelia.
Ooh.
But yeah, Rose just points to herself and like, my name is Rose, and she kind of like gives a weak smile and gives a half wave. Hi.
I legitimately don't know when it was the last time a Neonate deigned it was appropriate to wave at me.
Is it not? Rose just kind of like shrivel. It seems like she's like shriveling into herself.
Lola's just rubbing her temple. Like, oh god.
I'm curious, he'll say very casually, how it was you got that implanted into you. He'll say, pointing at her chest.
We're still working on
it. Your guess would be as good as mine? Rose says that she kind of taps on her chest a little bit, and peering down her shirt, looking at the green glow.
There isn't a green glow. It just has a little pattern that looks like thorns on your chest. It only glows under very.
Are you talking about the brand?
Yes, it only glows under very specific situations.
Okay, I thought you were talking about what's inside. I thought what the thingy inside glue. I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Oh. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I kinda woke up this way. Rose says that she starts to now tap nervously on her leg, nervously.
I see. Interesting. Well, no, that's not something that I expected to hear, but c'est la vie. New things, new days, everything along that lines. But that's neither here nor there. I'm curious why it is somebody implanted that in you. It's a very specific thing to implant. It either shows they really liked you or really fucking hated you.
What is it?
Blink.
You know more than me.
Wait, you mean to tell me you don't know what's in your own fucking chest?
I'm not even sure if Rose is my name.
Dear Inquisitor, she doesn't remember. We haven't had much luck looking into it.
I'm sorry, Toll. What's Lola's appearance?
She's appearance 3, I think.
Okay. I'm sorry, tall, adorable, and talking when you're not being spoken to, but I was addressing Rose, not you.
Rose kind of like, ew, like makes the face like, ooh. As she was saying, I have amnesia, and I don't know anything starting from whenever. Like, since I was embraced, that was the beginning of my memories clawing out from the ground.
Oh, I see. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? Needless to say, so much work to do, so little time. I have no doubt you'll find out what's in your chest, and when you do, you can come and talk to me again. If you survive the process of finding out, of course, that is.
Is it a bomb? I think it's a bomb.
It's not a bomb.
Oh, thank God.
If you'd like, we can put a bomb in you, though. I'm pretty sure.
I'm more relieved that I don't have something that's ready to explode. Now I'm even more concerned that there's something in me that can still kill me. But thank you anyway.
Technically speaking, you're already dead, so I'd have to kill you again.
I mean, I meant more of the true death.
Ah, yes.
Mm.
Well, unfortunately, this means that my presence has been revealed, which means I really should go and have a chat with the Archbishop in order to make sure that there's been no hell for leather style infernalism or anything else that goes against the code of the Sabbat. So, I wouldn't mind Tiddlywinks. I have no doubt that I'll enjoy speaking to you all at a later date. And yes, he referred to you all as Kiddlywinks.
Tiddlywinks.
Mm-hmm.
Calming hand on the Bruja intensifies. It's like, no, we're both calm, you know? Holding on.
Calm. We are calm in the face of the Inquisitor. We are super calm. Just look at how fucking calm we are.
The Inquisitor will turn on his heel and he will proceed to go down the stairs that leads into the bowels of the cathedral itself.
So that was fun. No,
Hey, quick question. What does Tiddlywinks mean?
don't ask. Don't ask.
I have to Google it.
Ah. I'm gonna Google it.
So, okay, who exactly is that again? Where I've never seen Amelia back away from anyone before.
That's
Well, when you're in the face of the Inquisitor, you know when to back the fuck up.
That's an Inquisitor, darling. You don't. Unless you can square off with them. They are the... Well, just say
Internal
they...
affairs.
Yes.
Wait, is it the... Okay, so Tiddlywinks...
Just type it.
Oh, man.
Think,
It's a game?
think the secret police, effectively.
Oh, the Inquisition?
So,
Making sure everyone is up to par with the ways of the Sabbat, as they should be. But their tactics are more...
Brutal, we will say.
Yes. And that's coming from us. They're very straightforward in making sure everyone is doing what they should be doing and thinking the way they should be.
well, I
They
guess
are
it's an
not
expected way.
to be fucked with.
Well,
They are
anybody with
effective.
the name Inquisition should usually you don't mess with anybody who has the title or name of Inquisition. That's just like it's the people who did the Salem witch trials, the people who went ahead and burned heretics at the stake.
Burning would be the least of your worries here.
Now imagine that, except far older and far more sadistic and far less and far more bored with conventional means of torture.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's just keep it in your head. You do what you can to help them. You do what you can to stay out of their way and from their notice.
oh well,
Aye, copy dance.
someone,
Mm-hmm.
Amelia, I believe, is good in that light. Is that a good thing? Is it a good thing that he likes you?
I don't know.
I'm going to take that as a yes, seeing as my pack has been in the forefront of the conflict.
You were doing your work. It is good work.
Now, I imagine...
Give her a very
with-
supportive pat.
Just nod. Now, I imagine with the Inquisitor here, and considering our current problem, I imagine we're going to take this very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Which means
kind of surprised. Well, in all honesty, I'm kind of surprised at how intense this manhunt is. Like, yes, it's a single person from the Yakuza, but I didn't expect the head of Yakuza to search for it. Maybe like some of that. I expected maybe a couple calls from Nine Fingers head. Like,
well, remember, the best thing to get it done is if you do it yourself. Others leads to mistakes.
yeah, but that's That's not how.
You're assuming this person is some lowlife. They could be more important than they would like us to realize, or they want us to believe that.
I don't expect him to be a lowlife. I expect him to be either a foot soldier or maybe even like a lieutenant, if anything, but not someone that would gain the attention of the head unless he was like really, really up there. The head rarely goes out himself for anything, especially with the Yakuza.
Well, then perhaps you have now learned that they have obviously stolen someone important.
Or they know something important.
Which means whoever has done this is obviously making a statement to the Ebon Dragon, or has indeed fucked royally up. So, if it is indeed one of us, even though we have an agreement that you have helped secure, we need to find the fuck up immediately.
Or we could just like find the person fairly quickly. I'm down with finding the person fairly quickly and not burning.
Well then, that means you're going to have to be ruthless with these people around here and ask questions. If it is one of us, then it will be fairly obvious.
I mean, would it?
Of course, I'm one of the youngest shovelheads in here. To ask something ruthlessly of somebody is like a duck going ahead and commanding an eagle of some sort.
Well, that's why you don't do
it. That's why you don't do it. You work through other people.
Of course.
You have a pack, yeah. You have a pack, yes?
Yes.
Use your pack.
Then you tell your Ductus.
Yes, I've asked my Ductus. They've also helped me with looking for any clues that I can find. I haven't found anything other than it's not one of the big wigs. It's not one of the powerful groups. That's the most that I've got. It could be a random gang. It could be some random shovelhead off in the distance that doesn't even have a freaking pack. I have no idea.
Have you branched out to more packs?
I'm sorry, say again?
Have you branched out to more packs other than Amelia's, I'm assuming?
No, I don't
know
any of the other packs. Giovanni are not involved. No, wait, excuse me. I made a mistake. The Giovanni I know are not involved. It's a fairly small pack, and I haven't found anything on our side, so it leads me to believe that it's the other side.
The cam.
Yeah, I haven't found anything else. I'm at a loss at this point, and in all honesty, it's very hard. This is the first time it's been very hard for me to find somebody.
It's
harming the little bit of pride that I have on getting things for people. I don't like the fact that I haven't been able to find this person yet.
Well then.
I can, if you would like, I can bring the matter to my own Ductus to see if maybe herself or Wade knows of anything. They can ask around in their circles.
Like, there's only two things that I can say for certain. That it happened around here, and because he was involved with the Yakuza, it might be the police. That's the only real thing that I can, like with Yakuza and police, there's always been an issue with that, especially if there's racial tension. So, like, the police would most definitely be a factor in there. Of course.
But wouldn't they know if it was an immortal means?
If it was an immortal means, and it was on our side, it means that if there was an immortal influence, it would be on our side, and it would be a small pack like something that was barely involved, but I haven't found anything linking to any of our small facts. The only thing that I have is from that other side, because it can't be on our side. I'm feeling like he probably threatened both of us, actually, both sides, which would hopefully he becomes an ally. That would be awesome.
Through the door, the Inquisitor came through, kids, about 5 seconds after Sin is done speaking. The door will smash open, and you will see about a dozen or so heavily armed individuals dressed in black trench coats physically run, booting it out of the room, who will run through the entire length of the goal, the jail cell area where it is you guys are all sitting, and out the other door.
It seems the Inquisition was fast.
Maybe they've heard something.
Almost as if no one expects them.
Should I follow them? Should we follow what's going on? Am I not supposed to?
No.
Don't follow?
I don't know if following the Inquisition is a good idea. I would put it under maybe terrible idea.
Okay, so
don't follow. You guys will know. All a dozen of them were the Archbishop's own paladins.
Ooh,
special. I think. I'm guessing.
We don't follow, but we can walk back a little. Let's see if anyone else is talking.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Ears to the ground is safer than having your head blade.
I'm sticking your neck out. Not hear you on that.
As long as we keep quiet, yes, then we should be fine.
I don't know what he said to the Archbishop, but whatever it is, it's definitely something prudent to be dealt with.
Oh, God.
Which means, just stand up. If no one's going to reveal themselves, then we're going to have to do something drastic for them to reveal themselves.
I like drastic. What do you have in mind? Because I know you. You have ideas.
I'm going to call a challenge for them to deliver the man unharmed and unspoiled.
And
if they don't,
he's within the hands of one of us.
If he is within the hands of one of us, they will prove their innocence and present themselves as true believers of the Sword of Cain. They will all confess their non-involvement. Those who don't are presumed guilty. That is the tactic I would take, which I'm sure the Inquisitor will do.
Rose just taps her leg.
This could be a good idea. It could also be a bad idea.
Last but not least, last but not least, you will see this individual flanked by two other individuals sweep. He's not running; he's walking. But he's walking with a purpose. That is indeed the guy.
That is.
We'll have an excited face, like ooh.
Who that?
The paladin.
Mm-hmm.
The captain of the paladins, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
paladin with a capital P.
You just calls him the paladin. You know what I mean? It's like
that's entirely fair.
Although we'll nod along, be like, "Yep."
Rose, just make sure she's out of his way.
Amelia stand up, but keeping again very military style. Stand very respectfully.
They will stop and they'll turn on their heel and they'll look Amelia up and down before he will say, I'm led to understand that you led a successful raid.
I did, Your Grace.
Please, I'm not a bishop. I'm impressed. I like it when people take initiative.
She'll smile and not again bow military style. I did wish to make a formal request of you as well. In terms of what has recently occurred in these very four walls.
Yes, I have no doubt that you saw the little spectacle. We are being sent in order to attempt to, needless to say, continue. You can tell he was going to say something, then thought better of it, and decided to change his track.
Darn, so close.
She's like, okay. I wish to make a formal declaration of those who, in the Sword of Cain, who have not involved in this, present themselves as the innocent parties. Those who not, their guilt is already assumed. If they are not involved, then they should have no reason to hide.
My. You wish to cure the disease with no, that is the incorrect analogy. You wish to cure the symptoms of a cold with a fire. That is indeed very Brujah. Very well. I will let you make your declaration. Anyone who does not openly pledge their innocence shall pledge their guilt.
Bows.
I will, of course, have to bring this before the Council of Bishops to receive their blessing. However, once again, Ductus, it shows initiative. I like initiative. You and your pack receive an indulgence from me.
I live to serve the sword. Bows again.
Of that I have no doubt. He will turn to leave.
Stands up straight.
Lola, Senpai is walking away.
No, wait, Senpai! No, wait, Senpai is busy. She'll find him later. She doesn't want to distract him from his work or be an issue. Later.
Notice me, Senpai. But,
She stands up, pops her collar, like, yeah, I did that. Me. But stands up straight suddenly.
We'll give a very out of character, like, excited clap, like.
All right.
Truly a credit to the Brujah.
She'll turn to Sin. That's how you find your culprit. I've now given you the opportunity to see who's innocent and guilty for you to investigate. Don't waste it.
I won't.
And if,
of course. I'm just so confused on how it became this way so quickly. I thought this was a simple kidnapping, not some war.
Things are very little as it seems, Sen.
It's very volatile, apparently.
That is the way things are. Life is chaotic, and unlife even more so. You surround yourself with people who have had much more time on their hands than you have.
Oh, man.
What Amelia did, and with the Paladin's permission, the Council of Bishops lets it be, is a good example of how to get things done. If all come forward with their innocence, then there's a clean slate that will be fine, and that you can have the backing for people to help join you in the looking for whomever this person was kidnapped or what knowledge they have. Let's make sure that Mage doesn't dare harm us.
That is.
I know you want to get in good with them, but here, your first duty is to make sure that sword is safe.
Oh, no, God, no. I just didn't expect him to do anything of this level. I'm still in shock. I believe that this person was calm and collected in some instances, but apparently this person that's missing is extremely...
A bigger deal?
Well, okay, I'm going to actually pause for a second here. You guys are not exactly sure if the person is important or if it's the statement that's important.
Yeah, I was actually about to interject with that with Amelia. She was about to say, she's literally about to say that.
Oh, in that case, by all means, you do you. Didn't mean to step over there.
Amelia will turn very calmly as she takes a breath, lighting a cigarette. It's not maybe the person either. It's the statement of implied weakness by allowing one of his men to be taken so brazenly. Wouldn't you not want to look weak in front of everyone else?
That was a good point. You did say that this Not really allegiance, but truce was recent, right?
Yes.
Very recent.
Extremely recent, actually.
That makes more sense. A statement of saying that they cannot be taken advantage of in this moment, and they are willing to do what they must if it so happens that we are responsible. A logical statement, poorly executed. Because in the face of us, it would be nothing.
I will put this into perspective. Myself and my pack recently led a raid, and we took people. Went in and out, and got away clean. What does that tell you of what we are capable of?
A lot, actually.
Now, imagine that from his perspective, when one of his people go missing.
I could go ahead and cause some issues. Tarnished honor is not a good thing.
Rose kind of like she's like vigorously like slapping her leg pretty much right now. Melia, would you know a way? Would you know the proper procedure that I can talk to maybe a paladin, the paladin, or the bishop?
Request. Send a formal request. That's what I usually do. Shows you that you follow the hierarchy in the chain.
Will you explain to me how exactly that's done, please?
Typically to your ductus. Ask your ductus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will also point out some of the bishops keep actual office hours. For example, Bishop Mariposa has office hours that are posted very politely under.
Rose about to poke in that she can always talk to either Zorana in her case, or just go straight to Mariposa.
Depends on what you want to talk to. Sometimes your ductus can do for you. Sometimes the bishop do have a secretary.
Or you can speak to them.
I know I much rather speak to them directly.
Then the best thing to do, this place. Stay around here. Look for the implied hours that they might be here working. Yeah. And make an appointment.
Rhodes nods.
Mariposa sometimes is able to do walk-ins as well. They're very accommodating.
Just be polite and you should be fine.
Obviously, I'm pretty hit and miss with that.
It's all right. You're learning. If you want, you can always ask myself, Wade, Zorana to come with you, if you want silent support.
Or me.
Or
me.
This,
I did not want to speak for you.
Man.
This is a matter of which I feel I must just speak to them directly by myself.
I can find Mariposa's hours for you if you like.
Please.
Of course, dear.
Sin is actually, in all honesty, I do need help in finding this. I despise that I need help in finding something. Maybe it's being hidden from me on purpose. Maybe they're teasing me. Maybe they're laughing at me, in all honesty. But I do need help.
I have my men looking for a culprit. They're going to ask questions, hard questions. And when I put this doctorate up, of course with permission from the paladins and bishops, this will give you a chance to see who comes forward and who does not.
Of course.
I
still, like, the only other people that I seriously think it's the Camarilla. I haven't, like, that's the only territory that I can't get into. That's the only place that information isn't flooding towards me. I've whittled it down from the biggest groups down to us. It'd be foolish for us to fuck with one of the biggest heads in the freaking area. It is
better to check the rats at your own door than to assume it was the enemy, when it could be very well the thing that is right behind you. Check every aspect. And that way, when you face the enemy, you know for certain that it is them and not the knife that's about to enter your back.
Yes.
If anything, we can always have other ears to the ground. Make your decree, and we'll see who's nervous. And if no one is nervous, then maybe we can branch out outside of us. Both are good ideas. We should execute them both, but with care.
That would... God. Force is not my forte. I'm more of the providing something in exchange for something, because I know that I am in control, and I am not in control of this situation, the little situation that I thought would benefit us all. And apparently. But, say la vie. We're going to go ahead and issue a decree to everyone within the, I'm going to say, sanctuary. And it will be a notification of these people are innocent. Anyone who does not come forward is not innocent, knows exactly what's going on, and should immediately hand over, what is his name, Jim.
Don't you worry, you leave the doctrine to me. This is what we Brujah thrive for.
Oh, and I need to make sure that if you find him, I need to bring him to the Yakuza. They will not accept anyone else, and they will see it as a sign of war if anybody else goes in there. This is fairly new and fairly important for a shovelhead. What? I take what I can get.
Maybe will just smirk and begin walking off idly on her own.
Okay.
I think that's a good place to call it, peeps. So, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another Scene in Darkness in Dublin, where boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka laka boom shaka laka.